the same kind of Dutch doors look entirely different when it's a different size journal. So it's time to set up some pages in my traveler's notebook this time. It's been a while since I dived into that one. And if you would like to join me, just come along. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. If you remember, this is a traveler's notebook I have, and I have a few tapes from the washi tape shop that I have pulled out. I don't end up using quite all of them, but I thought I will have a good selection handy, just keeping them aside, and I will have the exact names of all the tapes, so don't worry about memorizing any of that. And some of these are spring, some of them are summer related, some of them are just florals. And I also have this older washi. It comes with a backing, so I just peel off the backing and then cut it to the desired length. And these were a few tapes from the past. It's been a couple of years and they restocked it because it was so popular. And I also have my Pixel Dash washi set, which is a black and white set. And if you remember, if you have seen all these setups, all of these videos are on my channel. I will have the videos linked. And I have done vertical Dutch doors and horizontal Dutch doors. And this was a subscription box from Planything, and these were mostly from the washi tape shop. And this traveler's notebook is from Arch and Olive, just like most of my other journals. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Arch and Olive, the washi tape shop, Planything, the Mojo Jojo plans where that sticker book is from. So all the details, again, I will have all the important info in the description. So I really wanted to use this washi set, and these are all pre-cut. And this was again a recent restock from a couple of years ago. And let's start from the frontmost page, because I had not decided on how many pages I will be doing this time. But I think towards the end, I kind of figured that I should not be doing more than 2 or 3. And I'm just pulling a few set of elements that can be used in multiple sizes. And if you notice, the traveler's notebook is quite slim. So there is not much space, and you don't really need a whole lot of stuff or stickers or washi, any supplies. You don't need a whole lot, because it's very, very different from a B5 that you normally see me use for my journal. So this will be something I come and decorate once in a while. So this could be something I might use for myself, or I might be giving it away. I have not decided. And if you would like to see creative ideas to try for your planners or journals, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and you also turn on the bell notification as well, so that you can be sure you would not miss out on any of that. And if at all I'm doing a giveaway, another thing would be to stay subscribed so that you will stay in the loop. And you see how quickly the cutting process gets done. I'm almost done with my first Dutch door. Can you see that? And if you're wondering what the tool is, sorry if I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I think there are lots of new folks, so I thought I will just touch on that as well. And I will also use a couple of my mile liners. I have the organizer. I just pulled out the drawer. And if you are wondering what my craft space looks like, I have a full craft room tour. So that should give you a good idea of how I keep different organization stuff going and bringing all of those to keep myself organized. And as you can see, I'm just going and outlining that shape on the page beneath. And this is not something I've done before, but I've seen a lot of creators try this. And I thought it's a good way, a cool way of bringing in some detail onto the previous page. So sorry if my space looks a bit messy because I'm moving the journal a bit around so that I can actually see up close where I need to draw that line. And I will be coming in decorating the white space there, but I'm not sure putting the tape, which you will see me do in a bit, was a good idea, or should I have just stayed with these florals entirely? Maybe I should have. And if there is any specific tape or any specific layout you would like me to try, please let me know in the comments, because I do have lots of folks who reach out and share video ideas. They would like me to execute some of the ideas they share, or it could be something that I need to figure out because they would like some end product, and I am always open to any of your suggestions. And if you would like to have a say in my content, a say on my channel, then I would strongly suggest that you check out the membership options, which I have details of in the description as well. And it's similar to Patreon, but it's here on YouTube. So it's a great way of connecting to the community. And also, it is a great way for you to show your support, show me some extra love. And I really appreciate all my members who I have exclusive content for. You can check out all that. I'm not going to go on and on about that. And as you can see, I'm just layering the next element. And this is where probably I should have just gone ahead with the florals, but I wanted to try how this would go. And this is where I am. So you can see how I'm just organically ripping the washi just to make sure that I have some kind of a rustic look to the tape. And do you see how useful the tweezer is? So the tweezers, the scissors, the self-healing cutting mat, all of those, most of my essential tools are from Journal Say. And you can use my code Priya for 8% off every time you shop. And you can stack them on top of sales whenever they happen. And it's a fairly inexpensive items that they have in the store. And over a certain amount, I believe it's 29 US dollars that they ship international for free. So it's a great place for you to shop and check out some basics, some different unique products. They have lots of stationery that will be quite handy if you are into some kind of paper crafting or into some creative journaling. So I'm using this sticker from, I believe this is called the Spring Café or the Summer Cafe, I think. It was available as a bundle, and it was also available individually to pick up from the washi tape shop. And I'm not sure if we need that cafe right there. And I will be using a lot of washi tape stickers from this roll, which I wanted to combine with the florals. And the kitties in this roll are super adorable. So I'm just trying to bring different positions and different postures and similar arrangements, but in different orientations, if that's an option. All of those are what I'm trying to have in mind while I pick elements to bring in. And I don't want the exact same arrangement or the same sticker to be repeated in the same space or the same page. So these are a few things that you can keep in mind while deciding on what to go with. And the paper trimmer or the paper tool I was talking to you about is called a gyro carton. I tend to reach for that quite often, if not every single video you may have seen. And I have a tutorial if you want to see how to get started with that tool. And I also have the product linked if you want to pick it up, because there are so many knockoffs in the market. And with a few extra bucks, I think the real deal, the OG, the original one does make a lot of sense picking up if you are somebody who does creative stuff like me. And this is going to be the next floral element that I'm bringing in. And you can see how I'm filling up that white space entirely, but making sure I don't just crowd it up, And if you're not sure how to get started with Dutch doors, I have a very beginner friendly tutorial where I talk to you about the things you need to keep in mind to master the Dutch doors like a pro, even if you are a beginner. And I have linked the video for you if that's something you would think would be useful. Please make sure you check it out. And please share it with anybody who you think will benefit from such videos. I have lots of tutorials that I have done, and I think it is quite useful for people who think that they need to be at a certain level to get started. But trust me, just your basic tools and your willingness to just dive in, that's all you need to get started. And you will just take off from there, because once you get started, you will not be able to stop. You will just keep wanting to do more and try new things. So it's a great way of getting creative. And just don't overthink, just dive in. That's another advice I have for folks who are wanting to test out the waters and dip their toes into this amazing creative world. So that is our second Dutch door, almost done. So I'm trying to also bring in those cats. And as you can see, there is only so much you can do here. There's only so much space we have available. So it is always a good idea to just make sure you pick elements which are slightly on the smaller sides, or at least in the medium range, and not a lot of big, wide elements which would just take up all the space you have. And there goes our second Dutch door. And I think it is coming together super quick. So all I had in hand was about 45 minutes, and I finished everything. I'm talking about the actual process in that time. And I even started getting all the pictures, and I had everything ready for doing the voiceover for this setup. And that's exactly what I'm saying, because there is only so much space you have in the journal. So it is something you can put together really, really quick. Even if you are on a time crunch, this is a great size. And it's nice and compact for on the go. So if you are hoping to travel somewhere for summer and you want to have a journal set up and ready to go for that, I think this is a good size. And the B6 or the A6 are two smaller sizes in addition to the pocket size. So all of those are gaining popularity in the journal world with each release, as far as I can notice. So that is the other set of journals that you can keep in mind. And please check out all the releases that just happened, because Arch and Olive just had their summer release a couple of weeks ago from when you watch this. And Planeting had one of their huge releases. Of course, Live Love Posh is coming out with a huge release towards the end of the month of May. So I'll have all that information available for you in one place in the description. And please make sure you check out everything that is in stock. Check out the shops, because if you are lucky and if you had your eyes on something, it may be available. By the time you see this, I'm not sure when you will be coming across this video, but whenever you do, please check out those shops. And if you are a functional planner, there is a functional release that is happening from Mojo Jojo Plans. It's their 5-year anniversary sale, and they have tons of products coming, like the sticker storage solutions, bigger discs, lots of functional books in a box bundle. And if you're looking for planners, Laurel Denise is having their academic launch, which should also have happened by the time you see this. So there's a lot happening. And this is the time when the academic year planners drop and summer releases happen. So there's a lot happening, and do not go haywire. Do not just let go and then buy everything. Just check out all the options you have before you make the decision. So that's all I wanted to remind everybody. You do not have to buy everything. Happy Planner just had their academic launch. And if you are looking for sales, and I mean proper, decent sales, most shops will have some kind of warehouse sale or summer sale. So all of that, I will be letting you know once I have some info about them. And the best way to make sure that you are aware of any of that is, again, subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for the post tab on YouTube. And come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. So that is, again, a great way of keeping in touch. And also check out my page on Facebook. Whenever I have updates, whenever I post, even more so than Instagram or YouTube, I think I do post to Facebook groups. Amongst the journals and the planner groups that I'm part of, I think there is at least a couple of posts that go out every single day. If I'm not too busy, or if I'm not out of station, then I make it a point to post frequently so that I can communicate to my community. And this is just a small page I created for my creative purposes, and you can find all that information in the description. And I think I interrupted myself very graciously right in the beginning when I started talking about the gyro cart, and then I just kept going from there. And you can see how I'm trying to put together the last of the Dutch doors. And there are so many cute elements in this roll. And when I last checked, these were still available to purchase. And I'm not adding any boxes to this setup, because I think with a lot of space taken by all the decorative elements, I think we can let go of the boxes. We can just add boxes using pens if at all I ever need a box when I start journaling, or if it is being gifted to somebody. I think they can definitely put a box if they think they need one. So just taking the time to kind of go through and see what else needs to come in. And waterfall tabs would be perfect for the size, because I think that helps you really use the pages to the max, because you're cutting off very minimal amount, right? But I think I will just keep going with the decorative elements or the decorative aspects of it. And I'm also going to try and move that feather from there, because I think we need maybe one of those cats, because that feather looks really, really odd there. And we will also try and bring some of the other smaller components. And you see how you can keep on adding and adding and adding. But I wanted to make sure that some of the white space is eliminated, and that's all I had in mind. And let me know how you are liking this and what your favorite size would be when it comes to journals. And have you tried other brands other than maybe the Live Love Posh and Arch and Olive that I use? And I also have tried Notebook Therapy journals. But other than that, I do not have experiences with other brands. I know a lot of folks are into T4C, and I do have an Aussie brand called the Quirky Cup Collective, and I think Wrong Wrong is coming out with their journals. I think it's the first time that they would be having girly, feminine, soft themes going on with journals. And I also have tried Leela journals. And let me know if you would like me to try any other brands outside of what I've done so far. A lot of folks had been curious to hear if I have tried T4C journals, but I had to be very genuine and very honest and admit that I have not. So if you are still keen on getting my thoughts about those journals, please let me know and I will try and do something about it. Because because I like to use things that I have in hand and not purchase necessarily if I do not have to. But if you are really keen, then I might consider reaching out or just buying one out of my pocket, so that I can at least give you a feedback on what I think about it. Because I think the quality is good, because I have not heard any negative feedback on those brands. So I'm just curious to hear what you think, if at all you have tried other brands. So let's see, we will have some more additional elements to bring in, because we have some reasonably small white patches here and there, but I think we can use some of the elements in these tapes to fill some of them. So I think that is where we are headed, just adding bits and pieces and small elements to pull it all together. What do you think? And I had to take a break, so that's why I thought I will come and add the elements with you, because I don't want it to be like exactly symmetrically perfect. And so that's why I'm trying to mix and match elements and use smaller components to fill some of the white space on either side of the page. And I think we need one last finishing touch before we can call it a spread. And it is unbelievable how sometimes such small elements can just make sure that the spread is just put together. At least that's what I feel. Let me know if you liked the spread with the washi tapes or without the washi tapes brought in, just the way I'm doing it now. So I'm just keeping it very simple, just at the top and bottom. Wherever there is space, I can bring it in. I'm bringing it in, and that should be pretty much it. So as you can see, I'm not even using a washi cutter. I'm just using my nails to press down, and then I'll just pull up the tapes. And since these are all washi tapes, it is really thin paper, so it rips without much of a problem. And that is what I think would be a good place to stop. And let me know what you think. And this is kind of where we are with the end result. And please check out all the videos I mentioned, along with all the tips, tricks, and all the knowledge that I shared from what I have learned from my experience. And hope you would consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification if you haven't already. It truly helps me out with the growth of the channel. And please share this video with anybody who you think would love watching something like this. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.